they bricked up.
But the thing is, I'm wearing a Zen shirt. I'm packing a Zen dip.
Yeah, is that a Zen shirt? He's wearing a Zen shirt. Look at this. Put your hand down. Put your hand down.
Zen?
Look at that. Look at that.
Sponsor me.
It's not the first time I didn't even notice that's a shirt.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah, man. Dude, what about fucking old Lizzie, bro? Old Lizzie McGuire. Not really Lizzie McGuire, but Queen Elizabeth.
Oh. Are you talking about the Hokage of Great Britain?
Yeah.
That's how Christopher describes her.
God save the Queen. No.
So,
RIP. R.I.P. I guess. I don't know. We're American.
I really don't give a shit. But
Yeah.
I did see a funny meme that said it had Betty White, 99 score, and then, Great Britain had her, 96.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, our queen was older when she died.
Wasn't she more or less just a figurehead? What
yeah.
is she really?
It's kind of like the President of the United States, except they still make some decisions. But the Queen of
Not
England...
our current president.
No.
Not our current president.
Oh, well,
but
they make...
The position is meant to, is what I mean. And the position of Queen or King of England, they don't make decisions anymore. They have a prime minister that does that.
No, they just get their ass.
Yeah, they're not like the president at all, dude.
Literally just
it's just
being an actor.
It's a royal family.
It's like a tourist thing for the whole country.
Yeah.
Legitimately. It's like
She's like Paris Hilton.
cash
She was
grab.
famous for being famous for no reason at all.
Yeah.
It's like if we donned
Not to shit on the Queen, I'm not saying
it's like if we donned
Kim Kardashian,
queen. Our queen of the United States.
That's exactly
they hold the same amount of power.
Yeah.
Which is, to be fair, Kim Kardashian has a decent amount of power and pull. If she wanted to make something happen,
They're rich.
Yeah, she probably.
Well, you know that she does law now, right? Kim Kardashian.
She's been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's interesting is it sounds like we're shitting on the Queen. We're not. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense why they're even famous to begin with anymore. But rest in peace. The Queen died. But the Irish are apparently celebrating.
Yeah, I know.
There's videos of the Irish football teams chanting, singing songs of praise that.
I guess
Lizzie's
I
in a box.
just don't super care.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
Because it
really.
has absolutely
It's like
zero.
Michael Jackson dying. I didn't care. He's a celebrity. Any celebrity, when they die, really. Sometimes it's like, oh, I like their stuff. Michael Jackson in his prime, yeah.
Hold on. Sorry.
I was probably more sad when Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
Because he at least makes music. But
I was for sure.
it's not like I've ever met the guy. I've never met the Queen. She didn't do anything. It's just another person. People die every day. It's a shame. It's a tragedy, really. But I didn't know her.
Yeah.
It's what it is. The queen of a different country dying. If the queen of Zimbabwe died, are we sitting here?
It would probably be more tragic because they probably actually had some decision making that the country was relying on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, no, for sure. I think she actually, I'm pretty sure the Queen can still, quote unquote, pardon people. I know that they can knight people. I know they don't hold very much power, but
They can be like, you're a special person.
yeah.
So what is?
Legitimately.
I didn't know they could pardon someone.
What is?
I think they can.
What is?
It's like being a
knighting
doctor.
somebody do?
It doesn't do anything. It just gives you a title like
Like a
doctor.
title?
Yeah, it's just title.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is.
But
is a title.
yeah, getting a doctorate is a little different. You're just
Yeah. Because then you have it on your
there's
resume.
also a difference becoming
like-
a doctor and getting your doctorate.
Yeah. Well, that's what
A medical doctor actually
PhD,
matters
you have a
versus a
doctoral
PhD.
degree.
In,
Being knighted just means you're given title because of your social abilities and that people like you.
Austin Powers got knighted, so
Yeah.
People liked him, they knighted him.
I think there's a thing where in it might not be all of UK, but I think in England, if you buy a plot of land, you can actually acquire lordship.
it's
So
still
if you buy
feudal.
if you go out and you buy 1 acre of land,
Yeah.
you can literally be I'm lord
Yeah.
AJ.
I know.
But what's stopping me from doing that here?
Well, no, you can. There's actually, I saw a thing online where you can spend like $50 and they will give you like a foot-by-foot square piece of land in Scotland, and your title would technically be Lord, whatever your last
should
name
do
is.
that.
We should do it. We should
It's
go
like
in
$50
and buy,
and you
we
should
should
be
go
a
in and
Lord
buy,
of
like,
Scotland.
a quarter acre and be like, touch me on this plot of land. You're becoming a lord.
The Lords, bro.
Yeah. So, well, rest in peace, you know.
R.I.P. Well, anyway, welcome guys to the podcast. Welcome to Bricked Up. This is AJ, always here. Keaton, somewhat always here.
Probably half the time.
Yeah, and I'm Elijah.
Quarter of the time.
Welcome to Bricked Up. We got a somewhat short episode today. We're trying to go with a little bit of a different format, but I think it's going to be a good one. So, anyway, first question of the day.
And I like this one.
Okay, so we have a new segment. We did it last week when JT and Maddie were here. We're over at AJ's place. We're going to do a Mount Rushmore to start off the episode. And what we're doing today is actually a Mount Rushmore of Adam Sandler movies.
Essentially, I would say the king of comedy, if not one of the kings of comedy from the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, he's definitely super underrated.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
people like to shit on him, though.
Well, I would say after the early 2000s, he definitely fell off.
Yeah, now he's only good because of his old movies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But they were iconic.
Exactly.
They were our childhood, essentially.
He was late 90s to mid 2000s king, bro.
If you were born in the 90s, he was a staple of your childhood,
Yeah.
comedy-wise.
He had like a 10, 15-year reign of being number one.
Yeah. I agree. So,
So you're going to go first on this Mount Rushmore. So if anybody doesn't know, obviously Mount Rushmore, there's the four heads on the mountain. And what we're going to do is each one of us is going to pick their number one for each head. And then obviously we cannot pick the same movie.
so I'm only picking one.
One at a time, yes.
Okay. All right.
So you get the first pick overall. You get the number one of one.
It's really not super hard for me. It came down between two, and I'm not even gonna say the two. I'm just gonna say my number one. I gotta go Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
it's gonna be the easy number one.
number one.
I think it's 100% on. It's a head,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Yeah, I
think we all agree
gotta
it's
be
unanimous.
The unanimous number one.
Okay.
I think maybe some people. I'm gonna go next.
Okay.
So I think some people may say my pick here may be a little bit controversial. Maybe not with our crowd, but with a lot of people. I'm going Waterboy, number two.
Yeah. No, I expected that.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like a lot of people expect, like, if you know, you know.
It's a popular one for sure.
If you know, you know.
I love Waterboy. I honestly don't know if it's in my top 4 Adam Sandler's, but I do love it.
I'd say it's in my top 3, maybe 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Happy Gilmore is
I'm
one.
gonna write these down.
Okay, so Elijah's going Waterboy. I went Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I'm going Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds, classic.
Classic Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds is solid.
Oh,
now,
shit.
How are we doing this? No,
Oh,
So we all have to do.
there was another one I
apiece.
like even more than that.
So he's gonna go next because since you went first, he's gonna go.
nice.
He's gonna go because you get the advantage. You keep getting.
Perfect.
He's gonna get the.
Because I had another one I like.
He'll
how
get
are
the
we
scraps
going
every
to
time.
determine who's actually on the mountain at the end?
So we all
That's
have
just up to them, really.
So when we do this, you'll have your own Mount Rushmore. I'll have my own Mount Rushmore. He'll have his own Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
And then they can decide who's got the
Gotcha.
best Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like getting your Pokemon team.
Okay.
You said Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds, yeah. And
So
I'm just
now
gonna go
none of
against.
us can pick Mr. Deeds.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I like
I
it.
already know what my next one is.
Go for it.
So
Go ahead.
awesome. I'm doing Big Daddy.
Big
Classic.
Daddy.
Yeah, that's what you were gonna say, wasn't it? Yeah, such a
Oh.
good one.
Ooh. Billy Madison, bro. Got to go for the Billy Madison.
Never seen it.
Really?
You can get off the podcast.
You would like it.
Yeah.
Bro. You would love it.
Never seen it.
It's literally one of his.
Is that the one where he goes back to school?
Yes.
Yeah. It's.
And he's also a raging
I
alcoholic.
thought it would be. To be honest, I thought it'd be in his top 3, but you picked Mr. Deeds, which is fair.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Mr. Deeds is solid.
Sleeper.
Is it a sleeper though? Now I will say he's a little older, a little bit older.
It's not past his prime though.
No, definitely no. It's
No.
towards the end of his prime.
Wait,
but
which
it's
one
not
was?
past his prime.
We're talking about Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that really
No.
at the end?
What's your second one? Please don't pick my number.
I
2.
said Billy Madison.
Oh, that's your second. Okay. My second, and I'm glad you didn't say it. Little Nicky. Watched it
Dude.
today.
That's.
I hate that movie.
We
bro.
both do.
I hate that movie.
I
Little Nicky.
know you love it, but you're not gonna have to worry about us voting for that one.
I love Little Nicky.
We both. I watched it.
My brother
Cassius hit me in the face with a shovel.
Okay. When you talk about
When you
it, it's
talk
funny.
like that, it's funny. Yeah.
Earth doesn't look too bad.
Okay, so you go again. We're doing a snake draft.
Okay. My number 3. I'm gonna have to go the Longest Yard.
Oh,
Really
dude.
coming back. That's really towards the end of his prime. I feel like.
Yeah. We've every single one people have talked about were on my list. We're running it thin now.
Okay.
All right.
So you're third.
50 First Dates.
Ooh, that was gonna be mine, bro.
That's a solid one.
We're down to my. I only have one left on my list. I guess I know what I'm picking. That's.
You have a list?
Yeah, I literally had a list. That was.
I'm
gonna
trying
be,
to go off the top of my head before
Yeah.
I get.
I can't
I
do
might
that.
I may have to go to the
for my
list.
4th one. I may have to go to the list.
because this is gonna be.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up.
this
You
is
go
gonna
ahead
be
and
12
finish yours. I'm gonna
movies.
pull up mine.
So I was gonna do 50 First Dates. Since I can't do that, I'm doing Click.
Dude, that was on my list too, bro.
Because that's like the last one I can think of that's of his golden days, or even.
Well,
a-
AJ, it's your turn again.
Fuck. He has so many movies. Let me. There's also some of the newer ones
Bear
are
with us.
pretty
For a minute.
trash. Some of the new ones.
He's got a lot of trash
Oh,
movies.
I
Don't get me
know what my
wrong.
last one's gonna be.
So I don't know why, but Joe Dirt
Sure.
is on this list.
He's
wasn't-
not. He's not in Joe.
He makes a cameo.
No, he doesn't.
What character?
He doesn't make a cameo in Joe Dirt, bro. I'm telling you.
He's on the list. And Joe Dirt and Joe Dirt 2. He's on both of them.
Okay, he might, but
What cameo?
Anyway,
Sorry.
dude, there's a few good ones left, bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but have I seen them?
So AJ, are you going for your last one right now?
Yeah.
It's his turn.
I
And
guess.
then we'll restate all of our final 4 at the end.
I
Yeah.
guess Chuck and Larry.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to say any other names of movies, but.
My 4th one.
Don't say it.
There's a bunch of good
Don't
ones,
say
but
it.
it's Uncut Gems, bro.
Okay. Not what I was gonna say.
There are a bunch of we can do some what you call it
Honorable mentions.
honorable mentions here in a
Okay.
minute because there's a few that I wanted to say that I didn't.
I still have one more I need, right?
Nope.
No, that's
you
it.
just
Okay.
did your
That's it for you.
Okay,
That's
what's
fine.
your- Elijah, your 4th was Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that's
My-
the name of it?
yeah. It's newer.
My 4th,
Never heard of it.
Anger Management.
That's what I was gonna say.
That movie
That
pissed
was-
me off, ironically. So mad watching that movie.
Okay, that was my
Honorable mention.
it was between Uncut Gems and Anger Management. Seriously, that's what
Yeah.
it was going to be. So for Keaton,
What
his
is Uncut Gems? There's 8 Crazy Nights.
It's-
the animated one.
I thought about it. Bro.
I didn't think that was
Bong,
that funny.
bong, bong. I don't even remember it much. I remember that scene. That's it.
Okay,
So Keaton's Mount Rushmore of Adam Sandler movies was Happy Gilmore, Little Nicky, Longest Yard, and Anger Management. That's a solid cast of movies right there, buddy.
This first one's good.
Mine is Waterboy, Billy Madison,
that's your winner right there.
50 First Dates,
Also
and
good.
Uncut Gems. AJ's is Mr. Deeds,
Classic.
Big Daddy,
Classic.
Click, and Chuck and Larry.
So the first two.
They're all classic, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like Billy Madison. I can't believe I got it in the second round, bro. That's a solid.
That would have
pick,
Billy
bro.
Madison would have been my number 2.
Yeah,
I didn't.
it's
have
a
it
top.
on
It's a top 3 in my opinion.
So if I had to pick my top 3,
Now, here's what I think we should do. I think now that we all have our Mount Rushmore, we pick who do you think has the best Mount Rushmore? Because you didn't get to pick all of your tops, so
Happy
pick
Gilmore,
your favorite Mount
Ricky,
Rushmore
Longest
and read
Runner.
them.
I think that mine is the best, followed by Keaton, only because of Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore's such a good movie.
Yes.
But I think Big Daddy should have been my first one, honestly. Big Daddy is underrated. It's such a great movie, and so is Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
I think I got the best.
I think I have.
I think you have the worst.
How?
I haven't seen Billy
You've not
Madison.
seen Billy Madison.
That's
Billy
why.
Madison's
That's
like
why.
a top.
Because I haven't
top
seen it.
3.
I would say. I think. I'm sorry, Elijah. I think you have the worst one, but you also have my number 2. I feel like Billy Madison is your go-to. It's so good, and it would have been my number 2. But first of all, the Uncut Gems. I feel
Have
like
you seen it?
Yes,
I haven't seen
It's
it.
good, bro.
I feel like I could have not seen it, and I would have been completely fine.
It's not a comedy though. Like that's
I know,
That's why
and-
that's
and-
why you don't like it, bro. That's why you don't like it.
That was a good section though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
But-
That one was good.
But for sure, Anger Management was gonna be my next one. Like, and let's see, we had a couple more.
And kind of like what AJ said, it's funny that movie makes you angry.
Yeah. It makes me so mad.
It does.
And it's ironic.
It's
but-
like so passive aggressive that you just want to scream when you're
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
it.
Dude, none of us put Grown Ups.
it's not good.
It's not good.
Same for Zohan.
But it's still
Zohan is
trash, bro.
can
Don't
be
even,
funny.
don't
It
even,
is trash,
don't
but I
even,
do
bro.
like the part where they're playing hacky
Don't
sack
even,
with the
bro.
cat.
it's one of those ones. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's what is.
It's like watching
Entirely-
Kung Pao.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that's like can't be on the list, but you can laugh about it.
Okay, good category. All right, what's next?
Okay, so the next question here is, if you're going into a zombie apocalypse,
Ooh, zombie apocalypse, not regular.
zombie apocalypse,
Okay,
and we're talking
Slow.
Walking Dead zombies.
Walking Dead society.
Yeah, Walking Dead zombies. We're not talking World War Z. We're not talking
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. We're talking
The slow walkers.
regular ass zombies.
If they touch you, you're done. We're picking one Pokemon each who we all believe would be the most efficient at helping us survive in a zombie apocalypse. And we cannot pick each other's Pokemon. Also, we're sticking with the original 151. And lastly, no legendaries.
No legendary.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be honest. I heard us talking about the topic, but I didn't even think about it till like as you were explaining it. Not that I didn't know what it was going to be about. I just didn't think about what my Pokemon would be. But I already know, and I'm picking Charizard
Okay.
for two.
Damn it, bro.
For two reasons. One main one, it can fucking fly, and you can fly on its back.
Yep.
You can fly away from all the slow ass zombies. Completely go change locations. Number two, you can make fire anywhere.
Yep.
Ultimately, those are the main two reasons. Well, I guess the third reason is pretty powerful, so you can also fight off the
You
zombies.
can also burn the shit out of a fuckload of zombies.
Yeah. So
Fair enough.
I just think that'd be the most sensible choice.
Okay.
I'm sitting here scrolling. I'm not sure, but
Now
I stole yours.
we have somewhat of a Pokemon rookie here.
I'm not a rookie. I'm just indecisive.
He's just not a Pokemon master.
How many
I'm just-
generations
Yeah.
have you beat? How many generations have you beat on the
Dude,
Game
I've been
Boy?
working on Soul Silver. Don't.
I saw that, but
I mean, I haven't really followed Pokemon, but I'm a Pokemon master.
I'm
when it
not.
comes
I
to the
haven't
first
necessarily
generation
followed the
and the second
entire
kind of.
anime series.
But you followed all the newer ones and everything.
Not the TV show, but
Well,
I
no,
beat
I
all
mean
the
the-
games.
Yeah, see, I don't even know what the Pokemon are.
Yeah.
First two gens, really all I know.
The one that
First
I'm gonna,
one gen,
the
really all
one
I'm
that
proficient
gonna
with.
pick, y'all are gonna fucking not agree with.
I'm probably gonna shit
fine.
on you. Go ahead.
I know y'all will. Hold on. Let me
he's-
let me look first.
He's going Bulbasaur.
We can't. Can we say Gyarados is out of the? Gotta be out. I
Why?
mean,
Why?
maybe
What? Not
maybe
legendary.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
not.
not
Okay,
legendary.
whatever. Also, if y'all say ditto, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You gonna say ditto?
No, I'm not saying ditto.
Arcanine would be pretty dope.
I can tell you mine, and I can tell you it's going to shit on AJ's. And AJ's got a good one. And I can tell you why it's going to shit on AJ's. I have one specific reason it's going to shit on AJ's.
So, low key, what I'm thinking,
Nope.
what I'm thinking,
That was a joke.
and like I said, y'all gonna shit on me. I'm thinking Beedrill, bro.
Why?
Because you can fly, and he's got the motherfucking.
You're not flying
hitters.
on a Beedrill, bro.
But you.
It's
but you can though. But you can.
It's
though.
an insect.
Kind of light.
It's big though.
It is big for an insect,
But
but
it's
it's still an
heavy enough.
But
insect.
it can fly.
It's not carrying
Can
a. It's
can
not
you
carrying
fly
a,
on a fucking regular ass bird?
Motherfucker, you telling me that in
As an
Pokemon,
example.
fucking Beedrill's this big
No,
versus
no.
Charizard that big, and they
No,
gonna fight?
no.
No, he's like this. He's like
Listen.
fucking 7 foot tall.
I'm not arguing
Here's
size.
what we're saying.
I'm arguing the weight.
Agreed. I'm thinking a Beedrill is essentially top to bottom close to a full-grown man size, right? Like a giant fucking Beedrill, right? Still, but with what AJ said, the weight, he's going to be light. I don't think a Beedrill can carry a grown man.
Yeah.
But a Charizard can. A Charizard's like 6 foot, 300 pounds.
It's got wings that are actual wings,
It's
not wings that are like insect wings.
It's a legitimate dragon.
Yeah, as opposed to like...
An insect.
Okay. Well then,
I'll give you a mulligan.
Okay. I take it back.
Okay.
I'll do, and y'all are still gonna fucking shit on me.
I thought about
I know.
Pidgeotto.
Pidgeotto's like.
You can
Shut the fuck up.
You can find a
Pidgeotto's
Pidgeotto. They do it in the anime. You can fly on a Pidgeotto. It's
Okay,
fat.
but
You
they're
can fly on
small.
a,
Actual wings. They're
Yes.
not insect wings.
What's the? Oh, God damn, here we go. I feel like a Magnemite or Magneton might be decent.
providing
And I'm not-
electricity is.
And I'm not talking about flying though.
Instant battery.
I'm not talking about flying. I'm
He's
talking
a-
about like as a weapon.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because with the zombie, we all know you got to go for the dome piece. I feel like with them being metal and just fucking A, electric, and B, just being metal and just being able to.
They also can't be killed by a zombie because they're metal.
I feel like they could just straight.
They could fry the brain
I
with
feel,
the
like they
could
electric.
fry
I
it.
feel like they could smash through
I
somebody's
think
dome.
also it's a good power source.
Well, it's good power, and I think if they shock them, I think you got to take out the dome piece with a zombie.
That's what I'm
I
If
think
you
the
saying.
fry the brain,
I think the shock alone would burn them to where they're immobile.
I mean, yes.
Like when you get electrocuted, you're
Oh, yes,
like,
of
essentially
course.
getting
It's-
burned.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, and then not only that, but like if you get electrocuted, it's like getting tased. So
yeah,
like,
you're done.
probably not that terrible.
I think, yes. So that's mine.
Not the
I
greatest,
think
but
maybe not. I think just a single Magnemite, bro. Just a single Magnemite.
Okay.
Just me and my solo, bro.
Yeah. I think I personally have the best answer, and it's very close to AJ's, but it surpasses it for one specific reason. I'm going Dragonite.
oh,
I thought about it.
And I'm saying Dragonite because essentially,
Thinking little tiny ass wings are gonna fly.
yes. First of all, a Dragonite, according to the Pokedex book, and I know this to be fact, is essentially twice the size of a Charizard. A Dragonite, listen, hear me out.
of course he has it memorized.
I'm
He's
nerding
got it
out.
memorized.
I'm hearing you.
A Dragonite is twice the size of a Charizard, so it could easily carry a human. But here's the trump card how it beats Charizard. It can also swim. Charizard cannot swim.
So Dragonite can swim and breathe fire.
Yes, and Dragonite has the ability to learn water, electric, and fire type moves. Charizard cannot swim. Dragonite can also swim. In case, like, let's just say it got its wings cut off, it can still swim.
I'm land bound, boys.
And it has the ability to learn electric moves,
That's pretty
fire moves,
pretty smart.
water moves, and it can fly. And it's fucking 7 foot tall, 400 pounds. It's gigantic. So that's what I'm taking because it can get me out of any situation, whether it's flying or even if you rip off its wings, it can still swim, and it's huge. So it's just mauling these walkers with its freaking tail. It's teddy whopping all these zombies. So I'm going Dragonite.
Sensible choice.
I can't believe y'all shit on Beedrill that hard.
It's an insect, bro.
It can't carry you, bro.
I swear it could though. I mean, I'm taking Magnemite.
Pidgeotto would have been a sensible choice too.
Pidgeot, Pidgeot, not
No,
Pidgeot,
bro.
Pidgeot.
Pidgeot.
No, it's a bird.
Pidgeot's
It's a sparrow, bro.
It's bro. If you compare a Pidgeot to a sparrow one more time, first of all, okay.
All right, so you guys were talking about the console generations.
All right, okay. So this category, we're going to be discussing video game consoles in 4 different generations, and I'll explain that further when we do each generation. And then of each generation, we're going to pick the top 3 games of the best console of that generation. So, with that being said, Generation 1, we're going to go Game Boy Advance / Game Boy, either one,
Either one. What? That's okay.
N64,
You're starting at the
and PlayStation 1. That's Generation 1.
skip NES or SNES.
We're skipping the Super Nintendo just because I never even fucking had it.
Okay. All right. So
of those 3, what do we think is the best of those generations?
so PlayStation
So-
1.
N64, Game Boy / Game Boy Advance.
Metal Gear Solid.
No, we're talking which one's the best console.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about games.
Well,
from
you do
all
that
those
and then you do
collected
the
No,
games.
we're gonna do the best console
okay.
of that generation and then the best 3.
Good choice, though.
N64. N64 is classic. It's iconic as fuck. Like I love PlayStation 1. It's like got the most hold on my heart of all of them. But if we're talking about like society as a whole, it's the Nintendo 64, bro. When you think nostalgia from somebody our age, you think Nintendo 64.
I agree. I think the PlayStation 1 was very good. N64 definitely trumps it. And I think the only thing that made the Game Boy / Game Boy Advance good was the mobility of it. The games itself were not...
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon
Yes.
took over the Game Boy.
Pokemon is the only
industry.
game though.
Right. It's the only one that really stands out.
It's the only reason
But-
it was a successful.
But can we agree that
Console at all.
yeah.
the mobility of the Game Boy was clutch?
I will say this though. I brought it around as a
sure.
kid.
Was
I brought
clutch.
it around as a kid, but I will say I would not have bothered to take it around with me if Pokemon didn't exist.
That's true.
If it was, I played some Mario, some of the older ones, but
I
I
think
wouldn't
if
have
you
taken
take
it. Like,
out...
I took it with me to like events that my parents
If you
wanted to go
take
to
out
that I didn't.
Pokemon, the Game Boy doesn't even compare to
They- the
PlayStation
only-
1 or
the
They
only-
probably wouldn't have even kept making them.
I was gonna say the only thing that they had was Zelda, which was a remake of a Super Nintendo game.
Which exactly.
So
Okay. So, N64.
I agree. N64 for the same and the same.
Well,
Like
I mean,
PlayStation
although-
1 was great, but
and some of my favorite like nostalgia games are from PlayStation 1. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like me personally,
Metal Gear Solid.
Most of my nostalgia games are from PlayStation 1 because
Yeah.
that's what I had, and that's what I played the most of.
you
And I
didn't even
think-
play Metal Gear Solid 1 until I showed it to you, right?
No, I played it,
And
Oh.
I think after we...
but I was
after-
like a child.
Yeah.
After we finish all these categories, we'll go back and we'll do some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all unanimously decided N64 for Generation 1 is the best one. Now, we'll go in order top 3 best games for the N64.
GoldenEye.
We'll go in order.
Oh, sorry.
You bitch.
Sorry.
Ocarina of Time. Easy decision for me. Zelda, Ocarina of Time, by far number 1 for me. It's just probably one of the greatest video game memories of my childhood, and we both still play it together. So Ocarina of Time. It's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Might have to go with. It's a good thing we're not doing Mount Rushmore. I'm probably gonna have to go with Mario Kart
Damn it.
64.
Can I say it?
Yeah, this isn't Mount Rushmore. You can.
No,
have
it's not much Rushmore. We're gonna go.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna
'cause I was
throw-
like, I know you're
I'm
gonna
still
say
not
the
going to
same
say.
No, you
Not
can,
gonna
and
say.
you can have the same ones.
Yeah.
You can have the same ones.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't gonna pick it, but I'll probably still pick it as Majora's Mask. Not as good as Ocarina of Time, I don't think, but it's still probably up there.
Okay.
There's several other games I want to say.
But we're going top 3, and you got to go those top 3.
Those are my top 3: Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Mario Kart.
Okay.
If we're going brass tacks here, like, what's the best games on the system? Ocarina of Time.
Surprised you even said that.
Me too. I was not expecting that from you.
Well,
From him, I was for sure.
no, I know, but the thing is like, I don't hold my own personal opinions against everybody else's. I understand what the best games are.
This is what your
It's
favorites are.
Oh, my favorites are?
Right.
Now you can view that however you want to view it. You can view it as me personally. You can view it as what you believe society is. Whatever you
Yeah,
feel.
well, I guess.
No, if I was going to make recommendations, if somebody was like, what are the definitive, and then most people would enjoy it, Ocarina of Time, number 1. Number 2, today, I want to say GoldenEye, but if we're talking about today, GoldenEye's not even on the list.
Historically, though, it holds a place
It's
in a
iconic.
lot of people's hearts.
It's
Yeah.
iconic.
But here's the thing: you got to think during the time of the N64.
Yeah.
So, okay.
People played it all
Okay,
the time.
So then, Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, and Mario 64. I mean,
Super Mario 64? The one you shit on all the time?
not yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but I'm just saying, like
Okay.
it was the first 3D platformer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not the first 3D platformer.
One
the
of
most,
them.
The most
yes.
iconic.
Yeah,
The first
'Cause, I mean,
3D
there was
Mario
Banjo,
and Mario
Kazooie,
was-
and all
yeah,
that kind
right.
of shit.
Mario was the Barbie of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the first
It was the most
3D
common.
Mario.
Yeah.
So
At the time, it was the top.
I mean, respectively, I want to put Mario Kart up there, but it's more of a multiplayer type of game, so I didn't.
That's true.
So, even though it's fun to play by yourself, but like
Yeah.
it's, let's be honest, peak Mario Kart is always played with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know,
but that can be in your. So, with that being said,
same with GoldenEye, I guess though. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna. I never played GoldenEye
Yeah.
by myself.
no. So, I'm gonna finish it off. Obviously, Ocarina of Time, number 1. Y'all know me. Mario Kart 64
Yeah.
is my number 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Number 3 is
So same top 2.
same top 2, and number 3 is hard for me, but I think it's almost a tie between GoldenEye and Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, I thought you
Just
were gonna
because Pokemon Stadium is so diverse. It's got the
Yeah.
gym battles, it's got the 1v1, it's got the mini games. You can sync up your Game Boy to it. It's so diverse, and you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
And I was going to say Pokemon Snap, but it just doesn't have the diversity and the multiplayer aspect
Yeah.
that Pokemon
It's
Stadium
a good mindless
has.
game when you played it before, but
And
I don't think
good difficulty, too. It's not just a gimme. Pokemon Snap's a gimme. I like a little
Dude.
challenge.
Yeah.
one of my one of the ones that I wanted to put on my list,
All right, honorable mentions, Generation 1 go.
Smash Bros.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, probably Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium.
Okay. I'm going to go, I got to go the Banjo series. Honorable
Yeah.
mention. I had a great time playing them. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with them, but I enjoyed the time I did.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Okay.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
It's funny one.
All right.
And for adults.
Let's go. All right. Generation 2. We have GameCube, PlayStation 2, original Xbox.
PlayStation 2, easily. Wipes the board.
PlayStation
bro.
2, original Xbox was great only because of Halo.
Because
or
of Halo.
almost only
But
because
that
of
was it.
Halo. And I played the shit out of some Halo 1 and I loved it, but easily PlayStation 2.
I'm also going to go PlayStation 2, but I'd like to. I mean,
So put
Fable and Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fable was good too.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden was fun. I think Halo easily number 1.
Yeah.
I think Fable is easily number 2. And I think Ninja Gaiden was fun, but I don't think it shakes the stick at all to the other two.
Okay.
There were just so many titles on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It's hard
So-
to.
Oh yeah,
to-
it's
all right.
there's hundreds.
Now let's go PlayStation 2 top 3.
Oh fuck, hold on. Can someone else start on this one?
I'll start. Okay. PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
My childhood. I'm going to go. I know 2 for sure.
I got mine off the rip.
So I'm probably gonna go Kingdom Hearts series, which covers 1 and 2 because 3 didn't come out till later. So I'm gonna go Kingdom Hearts. Number 2, I'm gonna go the Jack and Daxter series. And number 3, and with these, since we chose PlayStation 2, you need to choose games that are only for the PS2, not for PS2 and GameCube. For example, Nightfire.
Oh, bro.
Nightfire was on GameCube and PS2.
There's so many. I'm no,
Wait.
I don't know.
You're saying you can't
That's
you
so
can't pick something
difficult.
that's on more than just that one?
You can. That's fine. That's whatever.
That's so difficult.
whatever
Come to
fits
think
you.
of it, I haven't yet, but that's still.
My final PS2, I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna go Ratchet and Clank. So Kingdom Hearts,
Oh, dude, that's one of mine.
Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank,
Number 1, San Andreas.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
GTA San Andreas.
San Andreas
Granted,
was-
granted, it's on the Xbox as well. So if we take that one out of there,
You can have it. That's fine.
okay, but if we do take it out of there, not Need for Speed. What is it? Damn it, I can't think of the other one.
Gran Turismo.
No, it's a whole nother one. Anyway, so San Andreas,
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank,
Okay.
and oh my god, I just had it and I lost it.
What type of game is it?
Oh, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 was solid.
Yeah. Tony
Yeah,
Hawk Pro Skater
was.
3.
2 sucked. 1 was great. 2 sucked. 3 was good.
And sorry, it was
Underground is good
San
too.
Andreas or it was Burnout 3 Takedown. It's my other
Never
option.
even played it.
It's a fucking fantastic racing game, and a lot of people know about it, and it's a banger, bro.
Okay. AJ?
All
Who's
right.
2?
So my number 1 is a random. A lot of probably most, if not all, of the people here and or listening have even played it, have not played it. But my number 1 for the PlayStation 2 is going to be Champions Return to Arms. Champions of Norath, also good. Probably almost equal, but if it's a series, then that's fine. But yeah, Champions, it's kind of a... Well, I'm not even going to try to explain it, but that's my number 1.
It's a dungeon crawler.
It's a dungeon
It's
crawler.
a lot like Diablo, like from way back then.
Yeah, it's kind of old school, where there's like swords and magic and bows and shit. But man, that shit.
So it's
it
like
was-
a RPG type.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
but
Diablo.
it's multiplayer. I wouldn't even play it alone. And it's like from the top, so you play it. It's a multiplayer where you play simultaneously, but it's still a dungeon crawler. So it's like almost from a bird's eye view, but not entirely. And you'll have up to 4 people rolling around this dungeon. You get up levels, you get new
It's a top-down-
equipment and shit. I think you'd like it actually.
It's a
I saw you and
top-down.
Neil playing it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a top-down
Probably
co-op
my favorite.
dungeon crawler.
Okay.
Number 2, Dark Cloud. Very similar. It's only one player. Not as well. Well, it's a little bit different.
It's a cult classic, kind of.
Yeah, it's instead of multiplayer, I was gonna say it's not as well made, but I'd say it's more intricately made. I think they tried harder, and in doing so, there were more gaps. But it's more detailed, better graphics, or more intricate is the best, for lack of better words. But yeah, Dark Cloud.
Number 3.
Number 3, the Metal Gear series.
Metal Gear.
That's
Okay.
such a good one. I think my favorite Metal Gear is the first one, which is for PlayStation 1. But even with that said, the second is...
Was it like Solid Snake or?
The second one, Metal Gear Solid 2... whatever. Yeah, no, that's number 3. My honorable mentions, Twisted Metal, Tekken, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, GTA, Tony Hawk, SSX, Need for Speed, and Hunter.
I think we all gotta throw in Tekken.
There's
Bro.
so many.
Yeah.
Tekken.
Tekken, oh yeah, classic.
Tekken, the whole classic fighting.
Well, also the whole SSX series.
yeah.
It's just
Dude, I wouldn't say the whole series.
I think Tricky's the only one I enjoyed.
I think Tricky's the only one I enjoyed.
SSX3, bro.
No.
Represent
disagree.
SSX3.
Okay.
SSX3. I'm telling you.
You have your opinion. All right. Generation 3 of 4. Generation 3 is Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii/Wii U.
Okay. That's,
It's a great generation, to be honest.
It is.
I was never a fan
Not
of the
so
Wii.
much for the PS3 though. I'll be honest.
So
I'm
who's
gonna
going-
go ahead and start out and stay. Wii U. Wii Sports was pretty solid.
I never
Wii
liked
Sports
the
is
Wii.
awesome, bro.
Wii Sports was pretty solid.
no, that's
Specifically
like-
the bowling.
Dude, dude. Wii Sports is peak motion controlled video games.
It was different and it was nice and it was refreshing because we hadn't seen something like it before.
I thought it was interesting.
It was
to say
interesting.
at most.
Dude,
I
didn't
enjoy.
even-
I think you liked it the most. I think I enjoyed it, but it's still not my number one. But all right. So of those
I
three,
didn't say it was my
The
number
only
one. I just
thing
said
I-
it was peak motion
The
video.
only
games.
thing I liked about the Wii is that I was talking to a girl at the time. This is back. I was literally emailing this girl. This is how long ago it was, and she didn't have a computer, but she had a Wii, and so I would email. Apparently, she could check your email on her Wii. So I would email her Wii, and we literally talked back and forth. That's the most I ever did with the Wii.
You sure it's a girl?
I met her in person
Okay.
first. I met her. Well, I met her at camp.
dude, her wiener wasn't even that big.
Yeah, her wiener wasn't even that big.
Her wiener, bro.
So
No, she lived in Georgia, so like I met her in person at camp.
I'm gonna say this is easy for me. Xbox 360.
360.
Yeah, all of
all
us.
day long.
360.
Of course,
Unanimous
it's 360.
360.
There's no argument.
Dude, come on. No,
Okay.
None of the other consoles have fucking Halo 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna kick it off.
Halo 3,
I'm gonna
Gears
kick it
of
off.
War.
All of
on.
there's so many more fables.
I'm gonna kick it off.
Fable.
Obviously, and you guys tell me if we can go and eliminate yours. Halo 3 is at number one for everybody.
Yo, yeah,
Yeah.
Halo 3 number one.
absolutely.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what. It had to be exclusive.
I was just gonna say if it was unanimous, I was gonna go ahead and knock out all of our number ones. If it was unanimous, but it doesn't have to be.
Okay, it can be unanimous because it's the only one that has Halo 3. So, yes.
Okay, Halo 3 is unanimous number one for all of us. My number two, the Gears of War series. I liked
That's
it.
pretty
I didn't
close to
prepare
me.
for this one.
Number three is tough for me. I spent so much time playing Halo 3.
You don't say Fable, bro.
There's so many others, and I'm not even remembering.
You gotta
them.
think, bro. Like, okay, think about this. It's not individual to Xbox, but there are so many iconic games like Fallout 3. You got Skyrim.
Fallout 4 was for the Xbox One, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit, they got
New
Modern
Vegas.
Warfare 2 was on there.
I
too.
don't fucking take my
I wasn't gonna.
take my number 2.
It doesn't come close for me.
I'll finish. Okay, Fable. I'm done. Go.
Fable.
Well, actually, kind of.
Okay, so
Number two,
Halo,
three. Yes,
Modern
obviously.
Warfare 2.
Really, number two? Modern Warfare.
It would have been number 1, bro. It would have been number 1.
It doesn't beat
So
Halo
many.
3.
It does actually, but
Modern Warfare 2 beats Halo 3.
Easily.
AJ.
No, he's just an idiot.
Y'all are just old.
Halo 3.
Y'all are just
Halo
old.
3 followed
Y'all are
by
just old. Y'all are just
Fable.
old. Y'all are just old.
You're the
Anyway,
equivalent of a basic bitch in the dude form.
Yeah.
Me and AJ have class.
I just,
Yeah.
I just agreed, but okay. Modern Warfare 2, number 2. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it's still his turn. I thought.
So Halo,
If
Modern
we're
Warfare
talking
2 are
about-
1
if
and
we're
2.
talking about, if we're talking about 360,
I feel like I didn't even need a 3.
it's between
I don't, yeah.
2, and I'm thinking it's either going to be Fable or like Dead Space 2, bro.
I've never even played Dead Space.
Me
But
neither.
the thing is, like Dead Space 2, you can play it on.
I feel like
Whatever.
Halo 3 was so good, I literally didn't need anything else.
I'm gonna
Halo
go.
3
yeah.
on live, I didn't need
That's
anything.
all you need.
I'm gonna go with Fable. I'm gonna go with Halo,
That's a good
Modern Warfare
choice.
2, and Fable.
Okay.
Just Fable 2 specifically.
All right, I'm gonna go with obviously Halo, but then the next three are gonna be easily Fable 2.
Fable's number 2?
Yes.
Fable 2 is number
Okay.
2.
Well,
Fable 2
I
is number
thought
2.
Halo. Are we not counting Halo 3? Well, he's just 'cause
Halo's
he's an idiot.
number 1. Halo's number 1.
We
unanimously.
all agreed Halo 3 is number 1.
So-
the only reason why it's my number 1 is because it's only on Xbox.
Yes.
all right. So I get three other ones.
Actually, no,
No,
I take it
you
back.
just get
I take
two
it-
others.
Two others.
No, wait. Actually, take mine back. My third is Gears 2. Gears of War 2.
That is a good one.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah. Gears of War 2.
So I'm going Fable.
As your number 2? Okay.
Yeah, as my number 2.
Fable 2 is number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Fable 1 is on Xbox One.
Right.
Or
You can't say
the
Fable
original.
1 for Xbox 360.
Sometimes I forget, but yeah, you're right.
So Fable 2.
Fuck. Let me see.
It's hard because
I had another one.
I feel like Xbox 360 is the only system that we're going to choose that's number 1.
Oh, I got it.
Where we struggle with the amount of games that we need because I feel like I only need Halo.
So you guys might not know this or might not know the answer, but Oblivion was that was for 360. Right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with that.
Sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm
Are
pretty
you
sure.
sure?
Yes, I'm
Because,
sure.
No,
Not
'cause
Skyrim, but
I remember
Oblivion.
when my buddy had a GameCube, we were playing Oblivion on the PC.
Maybe on PC, but not.
Well,
in
yeah, it's on PC and I think the 360. But what
Skyrim's on.
my question,
Skyrim's on 360.
I know Oblivion's on 360. My question was if it's originally from the original Xbox.
I'm not sure, but I know Skyrim's on the 360.
Okay, well, I know Oblivion is at least on the 360. But
So Oblivion's your number 3?
yeah. So
Over Skyrim?
honestly, so Skyrim, the gameplay is smoother, the graphics are better. I even think the leveling up design is better. Oblivion,
I think literally everything you just said is incorrect. But go ahead, bro.
I'm talking about Skyrim.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, all of that,
Yeah.
Skyrim's better.
Yeah.
I'm still picking Oblivion because even though it's kind of retarded and doesn't make any sense, and you can climb up a fucking mountain and then fall into a well and die, the weird dynamics of you running forward and going sideways, it's awkward and strange, but the storylines are better and it's just more fun to play, I think.
I can respect that.
Yeah, it's shittily made, but a better game
But
in
a
my
better
opinion.
game. Yeah.
yeah.
I
That's,
respect that entirely.
I'm going to throw out. Okay. Now,
honorary mentions, Gears of War, and
which
as much
is a
as I
bit
shit
specific,
on
bro.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was pretty dope, and World at War, was that 360?
Yeah, it was.
World
bro.
at War was pretty
It
fire.
was fire.
Kind of like Elijah in Generation 2. Do I like Call of Duty? No. Do I respect the fact that it was unanimously liked by a ton of people? Yes. So I can respect that.
Something
But
on,
God of War.
Yeah, I didn't get into it really.
God of
that's
War.
not on Xbox, bro.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's I'm talking honorable
it's not.
mentions.
Is it not? Oh,
I'm
whatever.
talking honorable mentions. So
Fair-
for the not
For the
winning
generation.
systems.
Oh,
see.
for
PlayStation
honorary
3, God
mentions,
of War 3.
I thought
Yeah, my honorary mentions were all for the same.
for the same console.
So honorary mentions are just any game from that generation.
Oh, I see.
Like Wii Sports is an honorary mention.
I got you.
That's fair.
Okay.
So for the PlayStation, for me, God of War, because I love the God of War series. I played them all. I beat them all. And when I was in the army in Germany, I was balls deep in God of
My
War.
honorary mentions
Fair enough.
for Xbox, at least Xbox 360. Definitely Fallout 3. I love that game. One of my favorite games ever, but I just can't. Probably one of my most played games ever, actually. But like, I still can't.
Was that the one we talked about? You speedrunning?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
which
like
one was
of
it?
the- Fallout 3.
That's what I thought.
It's
Yeah.
one of the games that I've played most at all. And then
You showed me that one.
Fallout New Vegas. And then not only that, but Dead Space 2, bro. That is like the
play it, but I
pinnacle.
had a friend.
Have y'all ever played horror games at all? Like
No.
Oh, yeah.
Resident Evil or anything like that?
Very small amounts.
Dude,
The most
it's-
I got into was actually a PC game, Phasmophobia, and it got me hooked. And
It's-
then people stopped playing it.
It's Resident Evil 4 in space. And it's honestly a fucking masterpiece, to be honest.
Okay.
But it's not as iconic though.
Right.
Like it is in its own sense, it's like one of the, in my opinion, one of the most iconic horror games.
Yeah.
But you can't beat Modern Warfare 2, bro.
All right. Generation 4, and this is the final generation. So we'll go, and this is going to be tough for me. Switch,
Oh jeez.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I'm going to say my opinion, Switch. The Nintendo Switch. That's just my opinion, though. Elijah?
Dude, that's a tough one. I feel like there's not a lot of great titles for any of them besides, honestly, the Switch.
Video games in the modern age have really just fell off the deep end.
Honestly, they're just better graphics. They're
That's
not
all-
necessarily
they focus
better games. They're just
entirely-
better graphics.
Yeah.
If we were
All on the graphics is all they care about.
I'll be honest. One of the titles that we forgot about on the last generation, which transcends generations, was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, GTA was kind of skipped over. That was pretty good.
It came out on the 360, but most people played it on the Xbox One and the PS4.
That would have been, yeah, you know what? That might have changed.
If you can play it on the new generations, we can add it to the new generations.
Yeah, you can play it on Xbox
but
One.
you can't play it on the Switch though.
You can play it on Xbox
Doesn't
One.
matter. You can just add it to the.
No, I know.
console.
I understand that. I'm just saying. Oh man,
I gotta go Switch. That's just
PS4,
me.
bro.
PS4.
PS4.
Mine Switch and my
And I
runner-up.
don't even own one, and I'm saying
My runner-up is Xbox One. PlayStation, I think overall dominates within history the world of video games because of PS2, and that's it. PS3, 4, not a huge fan, but Xbox One was good mostly because 360 was good. The Switch is the only reason I'm picking it is because I don't like most modern video games. I like the Switch for two main reasons. One, super easy. It's small and compact. It's not a big box that's going to take up room in your living room if you want your living room to look like you're an adult. And you can easily just take the controllers and boots up right away and you just play it.
So I think this is the first generation where we're not unanimous.
Oh
yeah. I mean, I'm still rocking with PS4. I got to. I don't think.
I still think it has the best games as far as the new releases for that system.
Well-
I'm not done with my system explanation.
Okay, go ahead.
Continue.
So the other reason, probably the more main reason, other than it just being compact and convenient, I don't even play it portably,
I don't either.
is I
do.
still think it has better
I did
games.
at work. I play Pokemon portably
Yeah, I don't.
and Diablo 3.
I don't play new Pokemon
Diablo
games.
3 is
I
clutch,
gave
by the
them
way.
a
If you guys
shot,
didn't play
but
Diablo 3, it's clutch.
number one reason I like it is it has the old games. I can play N64 games, NES and SNES games.
Now,
You
You
can
can-
play. You can do that on the other systems too. Though. So, like for PlayStation 4, you can play older games,
Yeah, no. That's,
and then on
no.
Xbox
What I'm
One,
saying
you
is
can
I don't
play
have
older
to
games
put
too.
anything into the console. I
The
log.
exact same thing. The exact same thing with the other consoles as well. Like
just
Nintendo
download
wasn't,
it?
Yes, Nintendo wasn't the first system to do that.
Okay, whatever. But I still think the games are better because I don't like the modern games in general. But the very few that I do like, Zelda Breath of the Wild, that's a good one.
No, we're not to the games yet. We're just talking
Okay,
systems.
yeah, sorry, that's right. I was skipping
So
straight to
are
the
you
game.
going Switch?
I'm going Switch.
Okay. Now we're gonna do top 3 games of each of our defined systems. So obviously, for me, Switch, Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Duh. The newest Mario Kart 8. I fucking loved. Got balls deep in it. Loved Mario Kart 8. 3. Mario Golf, dude. Love it.
Oh yeah, you got yeah.
Love
you
it.
too. You all.
Love it.
Mario
Love
Golf is the shit.
It slaps, bro. Love it. It was easy for me, Elijah. For a lot, and you're going PS4.
Yes, I'm going PS4.
Okay.
So number one's got to be God of War, bro. God of War.
I did not play the newest God of War, but it looked dope, and I'm not gonna shit on it because it looks awesome. Did you play it?
Yes, I did.
you
When I
beat
had
it?
when I had the PS5. No, I didn't. No.
Okay.
But what I will say is, God of War,
Okay.
Spider-Man, GTA 5, bro.
Okay. AJ, Switch.
So top Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
And it's gonna start not making a lot of sense after that because it's all games that came out for other systems. Because so I have Super Mario 3D, which is Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, really just those two. But then there's also the softwares where I can play all games.
I think
Pretty
I'm,
much you
I'm
have
gonna
a
switch
console that
Breath of the Wild is the only reason it's a system in itself, other than a convenient.
pretty much what you're saying is you have a console that allows you to have an emulator at the same time, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's essentially. Other than Breath of the Wild, that's it. Because the other one I have, that's actually something I put, like a physical thing I put into the system.
Let's say Breath of the Wild is to the Switch as Halo 3 is to the 360.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the one game that you need that you're pretty much covered.
The only other game really that I actually have a cartridge that I put into the system itself is Skyrim.
Now, I will say some honorable mentions for the Switch. Obviously, every Pokemon game, specifically Let's Go, the Diamond Pearl
Let's
remakes.
Go sucks, bro.
I don't think. Listen,
Cuphead
I don't
was
think
pretty
it's.
good.
Let's Go sucks.
I don't think it sucks.
The original was
And
better.
Cuphead's not only on the Switch, bro.
Really?
Really?
I didn't know that. Dude, honestly, I would rather it be black and white than Let's Go. Let's Go was the one where they remade the
Black and
originals,
White is
right?
fucking
Yes.
fire, bro.
Yeah, no, sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I was shitting on the originals. I'm just saying they put so much into this new remake. I'd rather play the originals.
I would say I agree in the fact that in Let's Go, I think it would have been better if they would have kept the graphics the way they did, which were perfect. But
The gameplay was terrible.
I didn't
bro.
like how they relied too heavily on like the catching of Pokemon versus
Dude, that
training.
shit was terrible.
They tried to make it like Pokemon Go. Is that the one?
Yes,
That's the one, yeah.
That
but
was terrible.
It was a healthy hybrid, but I don't think it needed
I think,
to be hybrid.
dude, I tried
Throw
it.
those out.
The
window.
the every
All it needed was a beautiful
talking
remake,
about-
just a pretty
talking
remake. That's
about-
all it needed.
If we're talking about Sword and Shield, we can talk about
Sword and
that.
Shield fucking sucks.
Well,
Sword and
okay,
Shield is by
then-
far the
then
worst
then
Pokemon game ever made.
if we're
Worse
talking about
than
Let's Go,
Let's Go.
Let's
Yes,
Go
yes.
in the Pokemon games.
I'm sorry, Sword and Shield is worse
in
than
the
Go.
Let's Go Pokemon games, the whole throwing a Pokeball to catch a Pokemon
Terrible.
is
The
the only
worst
reason
thing.
I couldn't play through it. I started it, I got a certain
The
amount in,
worst
and I
thing.
stopped exclusively because of that, because I was sick of just
It's the worst thing that they ever did.
throwing the balls.
to
Let
a-
me fight the Pokemon.
Dude, it's the worst thing that they ever did to a non-mobile Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was not
And it was mobile too.
a good. Yeah,
I'm talking when I mean
I liked it
like
because he was the
phone.
original. I liked it because he was the original.
Non-phone Pokemon game. If
Pokemon
you
Go is
start-
better.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's the worst thing that you did to a non-mobile phone game. Like, we don't want to swipe up on my fucking Switch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrible. Like, we understand why we're swiping up on a phone because we don't have buttons.
Yeah, I agree that it definitely didn't add to it. It definitely took away from it. The reason I liked it so much was it was a remake of the original, which was the best. So it made it look pretty. And well, that's pretty much it. All right. So, second to last category. Let's go and top it off. We're going to go top 3 Zelda, Mario, Pokemon games. Okay. So, let's go Zelda first. Ocarina of Time number 1.
Yeah.
We're all going to say Ocarina of Time number 1, bro.
Okay. So that's unanimous. Breath of the Wild number 2 for me. And I'm going to go Twilight Princess number 3.
Oh shit. I needed to get into that, really.
I think Ocarina of Time number 1, Breath of the Wild. Actually, you know what? I think Breath of the Wild number 1.
I'm not surprised you say that.
Me neither.
Ocarina of Time number 2. Number 3, Wind Waker.
That is a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's solid. Yeah.
Number 3 is Wind Waker. I think it's. I wouldn't say it's less of a Zelda game, but just
different.
but just a good game, bro.
Yeah, it's
You know
very
what I
different.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's different.
it's obviously
nice.
a Zelda game, but it's more of just like
It's a
goes a
different
little bit.
feel.
It goes a little bit farther away from the whole
This
the
traditional.
Link Zelda.
That was the beginning of that because
path.
Twilight Princess
You know
was a
what I
little
mean?
bit different too. And then Breath of the
don't
Wild was
think
very
so.
different. I mean, for different reasons,
I
though.
don't-
For
Twilight
different reasons.
Princess was very. Twilight Princess was essentially
They tried to be darker.
a. Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, I feel like were very similar. Twilight Princess was just a more in depth Ocarina of
they
Time.
were
in depth
trying
and I
to-
think darker. I think or
A little darker.
They were
A little
trying to
darker.
be like
But then Breath of the Wild was different for a whole different reason.
Breath of the Wild is completely different.
Twilight Princess outside of the writing and the gameplay, but just the visuals itself. They were really trying to push the GameCube, where they had it on the Wii.
Twilight Princess.
Yes, they had it on the Wii too, though. That's really
Yes,
the thing.
yeah.
But the thing was, is like even the graphics for the Wii, it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all I can say really about that game. I don't have much else to say about it. It was an amazing looking game.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it really
Especially for
was.
the time.
That's true. That's very true. It's underrated for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say.
No, they were pushing the envelope for the shitty ass consoles. Not the consoles, but
Standard
not
for the console, I guess.
Yes. Shitty is not the word. But
Low standard. Low
not
expectations.
even that. Just the it wasn't as powerful as like a PlayStation 2. And it wasn't as powerful as an Xbox 360.
But
they
they made it
still
look
looked-
like it came out for the next generation
For a 360.
already. Yeah.
It looked like it came out on a 360.
They just made it look so smooth.
Top 3,
Yeah.
AJ?
So my top 3 was hard. I mean, the first one was easy, Ocarina of Time. The next 2 was hard. It was a toss-up, really, between Majora's Mask and Breath of the Wild. Ultimately, I went Majora's Mask number 2.
Yeah. I can
Breath
see
of
it.
the Wild was number 3.
Yeah, honestly, and Majora's Mask can be interchangeable with my 2 and 3, honestly.
I think the only, not the only, but the main reason it's number 2 is because Ocarina of Time is so good. When you complete the game, then you play it again 100% with all the hearts and everything. You want to play it more. Breath of the Wild, Majora's Mask is there as same graphics, similar, just a change of pace.
Different feel, yeah.
If you want to play more Ocarina of Time, you want to have more of that game. It's kind of a sequel, but not really.
I feel like Majora's Mask is much side quest heavy.
Yeah.
And Ocarina of Time is more temple heavy.
What you're looking for is open world. It's open world. You can run around and you can glide around, and it's open world, and you can just run around and have fun with it. So yeah, no, for sure, Breath of the Wild's great. So
Breath
yeah,
of the
those are my
Wild.
top 3.
Breath of the Wild is a whole new species.
I'm looking forward to the second
The
one.
only reason for me why it's not number 1 is just because Ocarina of Time holds so much clout, bro.
Dude.
It is.
Well, Breath of the Wild is number 1 for you.
I don't think
Okay.
it's crazy to say Ocarina of Time. Probably, if you were to poll all the gamers in the world, it's gonna rank pretty damn high. Maybe
I'll put
number
it- I'll-
1.
I'll put it this way.
I agree.
At the time,
I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking everybody.
Yeah, just like unanimously.
I'll put it this way, dude.
Up there.
At the time when Ocarina of Time came out, it was pushing the envelope of what could be done on consoles. Period. Right.
Yeah.
It's
And
Like Twilight
for-
Princess later on.
for
yes.
RPGs. And so it's up here. But the same thing can
With
be
Twilight
said.
Princess.
No,
with Breath of the Wild.
With Breath of the Wild, that
It's
same
just-
thing can
apparently
be
that's
said.
Just Zelda, they've always pushed the console farther than
They
is
pushed
expected.
that console way farther than anybody expected to. But not only that, it's just
They
more or
kept
less
doing it.
RPGs in general. Like there are games today that are just flat out clones of that game.
And exactly,
You know what I mean?
and I think what really sets it out is a lot of people have tried to do that. Not only did they succeed in pushing the console, but they not only succeeded but excelled in making a storyline so iconic that we're talking about it today. For Ocarina of Time, I mean. Like, Breath of the Wild pushed the gameplay and the graphics, but Ocarina of Time pushed the gameplay, the graphics, and the storyline, and ultimately the storyline is what set it apart from every other game
To be
ever.
fair, Breath of the Wild pushed the graphics of this console, but they pushed the gameplay of such a simple game, but not really though.
Instead of
You
the
know
Breath of the Wild is not
storyline,
simple.
It's not simple
they
at all.
focus
No,
on
it's
the
complex.
mechanics, the climbing,
Yes,
the jumping,
exactly.
You know how long it
gliding.
takes to get comfortable with Breath of the Wild? Even
Oh, yeah.
even a person who's comfortable with Zelda. if you're comfortable with Zelda
It's a
and you've
completely
never
different
played Breath
game.
of the
Start
Wild,
looking into speed running it,
it's
but
hard.
But Breath of the Wild, like I'm still not comfortable with the final. What are they called? The final enemies, the big guys on the horses. Breath of the Wild.
I know. I'm talking big guys on horses.
No, by big I mean the final, the hard, difficult guys.
Fuck, what are they called? I know what you're talking about.
Lydras? Something?
No, I know.
Oh wait. Lionels.
Yes.
I'm not comfortable. I've never beat one. I still haven't beat one.
Oh yeah. There's a specific way you do it,
It's hard as fuck to beat one.
and there's different colors. There's 3 different colors: a red, blue, and white.
Right. So, and I've gotten comfortable with most of that game, and I've beaten most of that game, but I still haven't beaten a Lionel.
Yeah.
So are we done with the Zeldas?
Yep. All right. We're moving on to Let's do Mario. First.
All right, let's do Mario.
Okay.
You go first.
I think for me it's fucking easy. Sunshine #1. Easy.
Both of you?
#1.
Easily number one. Bro.
Easily #1.
That might not even make my top 3.
All right, nerd. Okay. I'm not a big Mario guy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Honestly, I really enjoyed the Super Mario Brothers Deluxe for the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy. Because more nostalgia, because it's the first Game Boy game I ever got.
You know, I have that for the Switch. I didn't know it came out for that.
Originally came out for the Game Boy.
Huh.
Number 3, probably a Game Boy, the original Game Boy Advance Mario, where you could play as Peach, Toad, Mario, or Luigi. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the game I'm talking about. You had 4 choices. You could play as either one of those 4 for every level. Peach could fly, Toad could move a little faster.
The Game Boy, bro.
On the Game Boy Advance.
Dude, is it the one that you could like pick up the beats and shit?
Yes.
Oh, what was that game, bro? That game was so fire.
That's my number 3.
How do I not know what you're talking?
I'll
I
look
wasn't
it
a
up.
huge
I'll look
Game
it
Boy
up
fan.
for you.
Super Mario, bro. There's something.
2 things.
Bro.
One, I wasn't as
That
proficient.
game was so good.
As
bro.
knowledgeable
and you
in
could,
Game Boy
pick up
games.
the beats and throw them.
Yes.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh my god, that game was so good.
I'm
as
not
a
as
kid.
knowledgeable about Game Boy games, but before we move any further, you realize that Mario Kart is on the table, right?
So okay, wait, hold on. Are we talking about game? Are we talking about Mario games? Or are we talking about games where Mario's in it?
Mario games.
Yeah, but Mario Kart...
We're not talking Mario Golf or Mario Kart
What?
or Super Smash
Mario
Brothers.
Kart, it literally has... It's not, so, like, Smash Bros.
Is not one.
is not one,
No.
because he's just in it. But Mario Kart is a Mario game. It's in the name. It's called Mario Kart.
We're
How is
going
that not
Mario.
a
We're going like Super Mario Brothers games.
Mario main character.
Mario.
Mario Kart.
Super Mario Advanced. That's what it's called. Super
Yeah,
Mario
bro.
Advanced.
Oh
All
my
right.
god, the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. That game was so good, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
and then they had the game.
Doesn't
They had it
change.
when you were on the like the original Mario, where you were like in the sewers and they had the POW in the middle, bro. Oh my god, bro! I used to smash that shit when I was a kid. God, you just gave me a rush of nostalgia.
That was a fucking solid.
Number 1 though, Mario Sunshine.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we're talking about real stand-up Mario
Yeah,
games.
AJ's like, yeah, but that's not my number 1.
No, I
real
figured that.
stand-up Mario games, and we're talking about like
It is good.
a lot.
It is
A
good.
lot of the ones that I've been talking about for other people. This one's for me. Like I think number 1,
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Super Mario Advanced. Number 2.
No, it's. I mean, I haven't played it in so long. Maybe if I played it again, but number 2. I hate to say it, just because of AJ. Super Mario 3, bro.
Okay.
And then after that,
Mario Advanced? Number 3? Bro.
I haven't played it in so long, bro. I'm telling you, like, if I played it again, maybe, yes.
Super Mario Advance.
Mario Odyssey.
I need to check that shit.
Mario
out.
Odyssey is my 3rd one, bro.
AJ?
Okay, so my
Number
easy number 1 for me
We're
is
at
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep.
You all knew that was coming.
Yep.
For the NES, Super Mario Bros. 3 was iconic. I think that's what made Mario. So it already was doing really good. I think Super Mario Bros. 3 is where, at least in the United States, where it became one of the most iconic video games at that time. And by that time, originally from the 80s, but by that time in the United States, in the 90s, it really kicked off, and that's what made it available today for them to make so many other games. So part of my childhood, as they know, probably one of the few games that I can actually speed run. Love that shit. Super Mario Bros. 3, number 1. Number 2, Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64, I still haven't beaten it. I've never beaten it. Really hard, but...
Never beaten it or never 100%ed it?
No, I haven't even completed it. Okay. And then, for whatever reason, Mario Kart isn't one of them. So
we're talking the Mario games, bro, not the not the Smash Brothers, not the Mario Kart, not the
Smash Brothers. I understand.
Not Mario Party.
But Mario Kart, I feel like Mario Kart and Mario 64 are equally Mario. But whatever. Is a kind of a toss-up between Lost Levels and Sunshine. I'll go number 3, Sunshine, because Sunshine was a great game.
Yeah.
Fantastic game. Lost Levels, also fantastic. It's basically a harder version of Super Mario Bros. 3. It's the one that didn't release in the US at first because it was too hard. And then later on, they released it for the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
But yeah, Sunshine, number 3.
All right.
Honorary mention.
Can we talk
Lost Levels.
honorary mentions?
Yep.
Yeah, Lost Levels was mine.
Lost Levels. For me, Galaxy, Paper Mario 2.
People talk about Paper Mario. I know I didn't get into it, but
Paper Mario
people
and
love it.
Paper Mario 2. Paper Mario on it was Super Nintendo.
I don't have any honorable
then-
mentions for Mario.
Paper Mario 2 on the Wii.
I need to try that. I've never even tried it.
It's
I have
good.
it.
So on the Wii, it's awesome because it's like it does the side scroller and then it turns and it does like a 3D.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I have it on the Wii thing. We can try
Okay.
it after this.
All right, guys. Well, we have one more question here before we wrap it up.
No, Pokemon.
Pokemon, and then
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, top
Pokemon.
3
A
of
little
each.
bit premature here.
okay.
Yeah, not the first time.
It ever happened?
Not the first time.
ever
Not
just,
the first
You
time.
ever just get so excited about something?
Yeah,
you just,
too bricked up.
just come early.
This is too bricked up.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, it's a toss-up. They're both Generation 3. One of them would be the Ruby Sapphire, but it's also the remakes of the original Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Oh, yeah.
So those are both Generation 3. I'm probably going to go Fire Red and Leaf Green, number 1, because it's a remake of the original, but the graphics are so good for that. So I'm going to go Fire Red, Leaf Green, number 1. I'm going to go Gold and Silver, number 2, whether you want to do the remakes or the originals. I don't care. Either one, Gold, Silver, number 2. And number 3, I'm going to go Ruby Sapphire, Generation 3.
My number 1, Red. Straight up, I'm old. I
The
don't
OG
give a fuck.
Red. OG Red.
Red. I don't give a fuck. I'm old.
Okay.
It has a piece of my heart.
That was my first Pokemon
It's
game
got-
ever. I can respect
It's got a piece of my heart. It's my first Pokemon
And it's the
game
one you
ever.
can cheat on.
And
You can
I
cheat
in
the
it.
fuck out of that game.
Yeah, you
It's-
can.
got a piece of my heart.
Rare
And-
candy code? Missing no?
That's
Missing
my
no?
number 1. Is Red. Number 2,
Yellow. Watch.
Soul,
He likes that Pikachu following behind him.
Soul Silver.
Classic.
Oh, yeah, you just played through that.
Yep.
Yes, I did.
Yep.
Well, playing.
He's working
Playing
on
through it, yeah.
Soul Silver's clutch.
Number 3, Emerald.
Clutch. Okay.
Emerald.
Yeah.
I know.
So just
My-
like me,
my
it's
honor-
generations
hon-
1, 2, and 3 are your favorites.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
Black and white, whatever. Black and white.
I'm not very familiar with those.
They're fire.
AJ?
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1, it's kind of a toss-up between yellow and red. I think the only reason yellow's up there is because
You
it
get all
was-
3 starters.
And it was my first.
Yellow was your first?
Yellow was my first, but almost immediately after I got red. So I think I preferred red. So I think red is my favorite. So it was a toss-up. I think I'm choosing red. Followed by silver, because I loved silver. The original silver.
Love silver.
Followed by Snap. Pokemon Snap.
Okay.
Also, honorary
Does that
mention.
count?
Yes, it counts, bro.
Yeah.
You could say Stadium. It's up there.
It's not what I was thinking, but
Okay.
it is a Pokemon game. I will give it to him.
If it doesn't count, then Leaf Green, because Leaf
I'll
Green
let
and
it
Fire Red were the same thing, but better graphics for the originals.
Yes.
I thought it was fire. I considered replacing my first one, but I said no, fuck it. I'm going with the originals. So, but yeah, honorary mention Leaf Green. But yeah, I'll go red, silver, Snap. That's mine.
Okay. Now, Elijah.
Not being premature about anything, but all right.
You can come now.
To finish off the episode, we have
The climax, if you will.
The climax.
Climax.
We do have a Marry Fuck Kill here, and the Marry Fuck Kill is: would you rather marry, fuck, or kill alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine?
Okay, so the way I'm going to look at this is, for me, the most necessary.
They're all
of the
bad
three.
for you, bro.
The most necessary that are needed for me. So essentially, marry, caffeine, needed. Cannot go without. Cannot go without caffeine. I'm going to. Let's go kill one that I don't necessarily want to kill, but I'm going to kill nicotine. I'm going to fuck alcohol.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to marry alcohol just because it's
It's your most necessary.
it's the most necessary, and it's not because of me. It's because of society. Like when you go out and you meet somebody, or if you're like not just meeting somebody, if you're out on a business trip or you're out doing anything like that,
Wine with pasta,
casual
beer with
beers.
burgers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even if you're in a business scenario and you're somewhere, you're gonna get wine or you're gonna get a couple beers and you're talking to a business partner, whatever. Alcohol, for whatever reason in our culture, is there. So I'm gonna have to marry that just because I think of the social aspect of it, not because of I like to get fucking wicked off of it, which is fair too. But I think it's more of a social type thing. I'm gonna go ahead and kill
Meaning you have none of this. Killing
caffeine. I'm gonna kill caffeine.
You have no caffeine.
Dead. Done for the rest of my life. Out. Don't get me wrong. I'd be crushing Monsters. I'd crush Red Bulls. I'd be drinking coffee. But I think, honestly, if I went like just a couple weeks without caffeine, I think I would just not touch it
Dude,
ever again.
3 months without caffeine, and I felt fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think as soon as I just don't touch it for a while, I'd be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Do I like it? Of course. Do I use it all the time? Absolutely. But I think if I didn't touch it for a long time,
That's me with nicotine.
then that's fine.
If I can go a week,
But the thing is, I'm wearing a Zen shirt. I'm packing a Zen dip.
Yeah,
is that a
he
Zen
is.
shirt?
He's wearing a Zen shirt. Look at this. Put your hand
Zen?
down. Put your hand down.
Zen?
Look at that. Look at that.
Sponsor me.
It's not the first time I didn't even notice that's a shirt.
Go ahead.
All right.
They're the next sponsor of the show.
So I'm also gonna kill caffeine. I thought about killing alcohol. Honestly.
Sponsor us.
So I'm gonna marry nicotine. And I kept going back and forth on who I'm gonna.
so nicotine's the most important.
Yeah, nicotine I'm marrying.
Really?
Yeah. I think.
The most?
Yeah.
Mary is like your go-to. Like that's your pride and joy. Like you're not. There's not a chance you're giving up.
Yeah. No, nicotine I'm marrying.
Really? Okay.
And then honestly, the other two were a toss-up. I'm probably gonna fuck alcohol. No, I actually was gonna kill alcohol until you were talking about the society, and you're right. I think for me, it's food. I think I'd be fine, but like the only time I would have, like without nicotine, I'd forget about it. The only time I wouldn't be able to forget about alcohol is with food. Like if I pasta, wine, burgers, beer, shit like that. So I'm gonna fuck alcohol, and I'm killing nicotine. I use it all the time to stay awake at work because I work night shift. I love.
It's funny that we all had
Zen?
Yes.
we all had different answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally.
We all had different priorities.
Yeah.
Well,
Caffeine, alcohol, nicotine.
crazy thing is, we all use Zen. So
Yeah. Crazy thing is, Zen is the circle of.
We
our
literally had
life.
the same. Yeah.
yeah.
Not that I want to give it up.
So that's your
Or
final,
not that I plan to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my final answer.
Hypothetical.
not that I ever
speaking.
would. But it's a good tobacco alternative though. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Anybody honestly, and I know like Zen is like a new thing, and they haven't like had time to do a bunch of tests and shit on it. But let's be serious. I'm not a scientist, but a tobacco-free pouch
Oh yeah,
has
dude.
got to be healthier than a cigarette.
Dude,
I'll tell you this,
I
I-
used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes all the time, and I used to vape all the time when I would drink. But when I moved over to Zen, I swear, and I'm not even kidding, not even an ad.
I don't need it.
Not even ad. I would put one in whenever I had to smoke or vape. Don't need it. And then honestly, I love Zen, but now don't even really have to.
It's like nicotine gum, but it doesn't taste like shit.
Yeah.
Nicotine gum.
This is nicotine gum, but in dip form.
Nicotine gum is pretty much the same thing, but it tastes like shit, and it makes you need a cigarette because it tastes so bad. That doesn't taste.
Honestly,
But
I mean, how bad can it be?
I will tell. Yeah, with that, I'm
It's smokeless
adding to
and
that.
tobacco-less.
Adding to that,
It's essentially a nicotine mint.
I smoked like 2 packs a day at one point, slowly weaned myself off, and I ended up vaping, and now I vape all the damn time. My lungs suck. So that's essentially like I thought about dip, except it tastes like shit, but it's not something that I'm inhaling all the time, killing my lungs. Zen is the same thing, except it's nicotine free. So
And it doesn't taste like shit.
I think that's the solution. Also,
It
I'd like to
is-
throw in, I hate it when people put ads in shit. This was not planned at all. Except maybe this motherfucker has a shirt on
But
that nobody noticed until
so
just now.
anyway, that's your Marry Fuck Kill.
Oh, yeah.
You're killing
Killing caffeine.
caffeine. Okay.
We literally all
Marrying
have.
I'm killing
nicotine.
caffeine too. But
But
That
his
was my
Mary
number
was
one.
different.
That was
so
the number one.
anyway, all right, guys. I think that's it for the episode, though. Thank you guys for watching. Stay bricked up.
They ripped up.
Perked up.
Have a good one, guys.
It was a solid episode.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
I had fun. That was actually fun. Then, I mean,
Yeah, it was good.
that was a good